Hi and welcome to this video. Today we will talk about the perception that other people have of you and the perception that you have of yourself and the difference between it. So why is it different? It is simply because different people have different experiences, meaning everyone's perception of everything is different. And you may ask, where did you get that idea? Well, it's basically since you went through your life and who was there? Always. In every second, every minute, every day, every year. Let me tell you, it was you. What a little shocker, I know, but it was always you, nobody else. Because you and only you were everywhere where you've been. Meaning, not everybody knows all of those stuff unless you've literally told them in such good detail, but they will not even remember it. So you basically know everything about yourself, but no one else does. You have a certain perception of yourself based on everything you've experienced, every way that you've ever acted, and you think that everybody will have the same perception of you as you have of yourself. That is simply impossible. And in my opinion, that's okay. I used to really struggle about it, and I was like, why doesn't everybody see me the way I see myself? But it's okay. Why would I care? And we will get to that. They also don't know your goals. And I think that's a very, very big part of you, because the way how ambitious you are really says a lot about you. So for example, I have very big goals for myself, and I don't really tell them to everybody because sometimes I'm a little scared that they will give me bad energy about those goals. And obviously I don't want these bad energies in my goals because I want to believe in myself and I want to be very passionate about them and not have them changed, Because if I will want to, I can totally change my goals, but I just don't want to change my opinion about my goals based on what somebody said to me, That's the first thing. I think it says a lot about you. And if they don't know that, and if they don't know these goals that you have, how can they have the same perception of you? They don't know your passion, they don't know your ambition, they don't know many of these important things from your life, meaning they will probably not have the same perception of you as you have of yourself. Why doesn't it matter? First of all, if you stop overthinking about all of these perceptions, you will be way more confident. Look at me. I literally realized that my friends don't necessarily have the same perception of me as I have of myself. And I realized that it's okay. And it doesn't really matter because they truly don't even have to have the same perception of me and still support me, Unless you are a bad person, it truly doesn't matter because being delusional is the solution. What can I say? So maybe they think that you're unconfident and maybe that you're not ambitious, but when you know that in heart you actually are and you're trying to work on it, then it's fine. Why would you need to, be so rude to yourself and be like, oh yeah, they're right, I'm not really confident? Well, doesn't it kind of ruin the whole thing? Because it kind of is unmotivating, sometimes I hear from other people that I'm not confident. Okay, let's stay with this example, that I am not confident, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm not. What purpose does it have? Yeah, it's sometimes nice to reflect and to realize some things, and you might try that and just reflect a bit and be like, yeah, maybe I'm a bit unconfident, and you can realize that. But it's at the same time, it's yeah, do that the first time you hear it and work on it, but why should you shape your whole identity around what they say? It doesn't matter. So yeah, you can take their advice and try to show these things a little more. So for example, when somebody says that you are not confident, you will be like, okay, writing that down, I want to show my confidence to others because let's be on the same wave. So you can be like, okay, so a apparently they don't really see it that much. So I might as well take some more action and actually show it to them, you know? Not like forcing it and like be like over top and maybe sounded a little more insecure than you are, but more like actually doing actions that make you feel confident and actually like doing the things that confident people do, for example. And what I am taking from this little thread of thoughts, this is like what I want to share with you, because I think you can be like inspired from it and maybe also like work on some stuff. So what I am working on right now, stopping to care about others' perception of me. We've explained it, I don't really need to, care as much. Like, I know my perception of me, and I think it's fine if I act like the person that I think I am. So if I think I'm confident, I might as well act like it. But if I feel like I'm unconfident, and then I will probably feel and act not confident, it's just not motivational, and it's just not really beneficial. If it is simply rude / limiting my own perception of myself, I want to tell them to stop / setting boundaries. So I was actually dealing with that this week, and I just felt a bit uncomfortable, I would say, in my area of people. And I just was like, I want to say something about it because that's what my ideal version would do. So I did, and it felt good. Like, it actually was like a little uncomfortable, a little awkward, but in the end we worked on it and it was good. So if you have good people around you, and if you set boundaries respectfully and around good people, you will most definitely work it out, and you will most definitely be way happier in the end. So I do definitely recommend, and it's also what I'm trying to work on right now, because I've always been a people pleaser, is the truth, and I have to realize that, and I have to work on that, and I have to figure out what I do that makes me this kind of people pleaser and why I'm doing these things. I have to still work on that. But I think this is just like a first step, kind of, setting boundaries. It's important, and I actually learned that you can do it with your old friends too. We do know each other for a few years, but you still can change the way they view you, because I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, well, they view me like this people pleaser. They view me like someone they can manipulate, and they most definitely think that I'm not confident enough, and they can use that against me. Probably that's not true. They will probably not use it against me, but there's still this little voice be like, you have to protect yourself. So I was like, okay, let me set this boundary so they know that I can set boundaries, and then I will. So I did, and I feel like they respect me a little more now. And so that's just a little reminder. I think you can set boundaries even with your old friends. And that's just a big thing that I want to write into my own head. It's not I was way different a year ago, 2 years ago. I was way more not confident. I was way more insecure. And that obviously created certain patterns of how people see me. But that is not me now, and I can change that. And the last thing I'm working on is taking more action, so that we have the proof portfolio. aka, if you go and take more action. So, for example, I am in my workout era right now, and I just love working out every morning. I wake up at 6 and I just go work out. And I felt it this week, because this week I didn't skip a single day, which, let me say, I am very proud of. And this just made me feel a little bit more confident, especially in my little goals area, because it just feels like I'm getting closer, if I'm acting the way my ideal self would act, then I feel like I'm closer to her, and that just makes me more confident. And I just feel like when you have these proof portfolios, you just feel more confident, and that's like real, because I genuinely feel like once I get an A from math, I will feel that I'm better in math. It doesn't have to be this way. Maybe I am on the same level, but I will feel that. But and that's important, because it will motivate you to keep going and feel motivated and feel confident. So that's a little tip for you. I hope you took something away from this video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope I will see you in my next video. I am actually uploading 2 times a week right now. I hope it will stay, and I hope we will do that too in 2024, since it's coming very, very fast. So yeah, thank you so much, and see you in my next one.